from Sacred Heart University in Fairfield, Connecticut.
I'm Ashley Mims.
I'm Angelica Trejo.
I'm Raven Ferguson.
I'm Priscilla Serrano.
And this is
The Pulse.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ashley Mims, and thank you for tuning in. It's been 2 months since the nation has been put on lockdown, forcing everyone to be more innovative with their daily lives. We've seen living rooms and dining rooms turn into classrooms, basements, garages, and backyards turn into gyms, and just about anywhere else in the house turn into our office. With the world beginning to open up and people questioning whether or not it's too soon, CVS MinuteClinic has been approved to operate a COVID testing site powered by Abbott ID Now technology, given the state of emergency. The site is open in New Haven at the old Gateway Community College parking lot for a month now, and just recently approved to run through June 30th. I had the opportunity to get a closer look at the day-to-day operations, and I'm here to share it all with you. Take a look.
This rapid drive-up COVID testing site has been operating for little over a month. Just last week, government officials have approved an extension through the end of June. Each workday, we are able to test up to 750 plus people. Here is what a day looks like on the inside. Upon arrival, our temperatures are immediately taken and we go check the board for our daily assignments. There are 6 main positions and we normally get into 2 in a 10-hour day. Knowing your position will determine whether or not you need to get in PPE or not. Full PPE is only required for the swab and lab roles. For us, this includes a pair of scrubs, Tyvek suit, face shield or goggles, N95 mask, 2 pair of gloves, and rubber boots. Now we're off to our designated areas. First up, lane lead. The lead retrieves the registration from the military and provides the swabbers a carbon copy along with the swab and allows the cars in to get tested. Meanwhile, on the other side, the swabbers wait patiently and sometimes impatiently to receive the paperwork from the lead.
Christmas, baby.
The swabbers then retrieve the information, verify it with the patient, provides the swabbing instructions, and passes the sample over to the lab to get tested. In the lab, using Abbott ID Now technology, they run the tests that take 13 minutes or less to come back. Positive results can come back as soon as 5 minutes. There are 10 machines in each lab. In total, each test takes about 20 minutes. Outside, patients are directed to a waiting lot where they will wait for their results. Once the results come in, the lab person will alert the transcriber and provide them 2 labels, one for registration and one for results. After, the transcriber hands it off to the caller who will notify the patient. Then the runner will run the results out to the car and place it under the windshield wiper. This process is done for each patient. If you want more information on scheduling an appointment, please visit CVS MinuteClinic online. From New Haven, Connecticut, I'm Ashley Mims with The Pulse.
A lot of us have been spending time at home because of the pandemic. This has also given some people the opportunity to finally read that book that's been sitting on the shelf or maybe clean out the kitchen cabinets. But a retired school counselor from Media, Pennsylvania decided to take out her old sewing machine, all for a good cause. Meet Kathy, a retired school counselor from Pennsylvania who, because of the COVID-19 outbreak, has put an old hobby back into practice.
I got out my old sewing machine that I haven't used since my kids were little, and I went into drawers that I had of old material and I looked up a simple mask pattern and started making masks.
Given that Kathy falls in the category of people to be most vulnerable to the virus, and with recommendations to stay at home, she still wanted to find a way to help.
When I saw that the nurses and doctors were struggling with getting what they needed, I knew that I couldn't go out and I'm over 70, so it wasn't recommended that we get out there and volunteer for say a food bank or as a volunteer in a hospital in any form. So this was something I could do at home to make myself feel like I'm contributing to helping the people who are going through COVID and the people who are helping them.
Kathy has been sewing since she was in 7th grade. She made her own wedding dress and some prom dresses. But now she makes as many masks as she can while keeping track on her notebook.
And what happened was I started just making them, not knowing if anybody would want them or not. And I put a post in our Riddlewood, our community Facebook page, asking if anybody was a nurse, anybody wanted them. This was before it was mandated that we wear them.
For Donna DeLala, a hospital worker, these were exciting news.
My mother contacted me about the masks Kathy was making and wanted to know if we needed any. And our hospital desperately needs them. Now, when I get into my department, I work in a big gym for physical therapy. And when we walk in, they give us another mask. But I wear both. I wear Kathy's mask because it's better for my nose, and then I put the regular mask over top the hospital mask.
Besides healthcare workers, Kathy has also provided masks for neighbors, family members, and local organizations. But she's not the only one who's been busy.
I have a partner in crime who's faster than I am. She has a full-time job. She's younger than I am.
Kathy's partner in crime is Trish DeRoss.
A real go-getter. And she's been getting the material for me and the elastic when we need it.
Between the two of them, they've made about 500 masks, and about 60 have been mailed out.
And once we finish making them, we take this list of important things to remember when using a cloth mask. We put that in with the mask in a plastic bag and either send it or put it out in our mailbox, and our neighbors pick them up.
I was even lucky enough to get my own. It is uncertain how long Kathy will continue making masks, but one thing she is sure about is the message she wants to transmit with this project.
I like the idea of I protect you, you protect me. So that would be my message, because when you wear a mask, you're not really protecting yourself, you're protecting another person.
Reporting for The Pulse in Bridgeport, Connecticut, I'm Priscilla Serrano.
The continuing growth of Sacred Heart University has produced an immense interest from students in the world of communications. As a result, Sacred Heart established a new School of Communication and Media Arts, simply known as SCMA. The school offers degrees on both a graduate and undergraduate level. Students have an opportunity to study public relations and corporate communications, film, television and media production, journalism, media literacy, and theater arts. The faculty includes renowned media professionals with real-world experience and academic prestige.
Classroom experience here is really hands-on. You're at the technical director's chair and getting to work with the switchboard. So I feel really confident going into an interview and being like, yes, I've sat at that chair, and yes, I've done that job, and I know how to work a teleprompter.
The production facilities include 2 television studios, 2 screening rooms, 6 post-production editing labs and multimedia classrooms, a radio station, media theater, and forum for events. Our students describe their experience as
exciting,
Contemporary,
artistic,
Empowering.
and extraordinary.
Hello everyone, my name is Anushka Robinson, and I wanted to talk about the ongoing fight against Corona and how it has affected our world of entertainment. Specifically, I wanted to highlight women in daytime talk shows. BC, or before Corona, housewives and working women all around the world relied on conversations held on daytime television talk shows. We're used to seeing them in their Sunday's best, along with their perfectly made-up faces, to them being relaxed and in the comfort of their own home. Their attire, demeanor, and persona all changed right before our eyes. This disease completely broke the perception of what daytime television is. The host outfits reflected the quarantine guidelines, which is a shocking new look for daytime television. The ladies of The Real, The Talk, The View, Ellen, Wendy Williams, and Tamara all had equipment set up in their home and streamed their shows via conference call-in softwares. Typically, these shows are all filmed with live television audience, and crowd engagement is the driving factor of these talk shows. This is a very interesting time in society, and we're all eager to see TV goes back to its regularly scheduled program. Or will live audience, be a thing of the past in daytime television talk shows? My name is Anushka Robinson, reporting for The Pulse.
Interesting things are occurring all over the world. Literary lovers are stocking up on stamps, envelopes, and writing pen pals wherever possible. This is the story of my pen pal journey. For the past month, I have been keeping busy by writing pen pals. I have found these people from groups through Facebook that are designated to finding all sorts of people. These groups can be found on Facebook just by typing pen pals in the search bar. What's amazing is that places like Amazon, Notebook Therapy, and the Paper Store are still operating throughout the coronavirus pandemic. Although I have purchased items from all three companies, I have only received my gel pens and stationery from the Paper Store. However, in times like these, we must be grateful for everything. The total cost for those items were $20. Not too bad. So after sending my introduction to these Facebook groups, I now have around 40 pen pals. Some I have agreed to write first, while others will do the same. After work, I spend most of my evenings sitting on the couch and relaxing while I write. Since these are the first letters that I am sending, I try to keep it basic and give more background information about myself. It's incredible to know that pen pals are not a lost art and that there are millions of people across the globe who share the same interests as I. All I can think about is how exciting it will be to open the mailbox and find something other than bills and advertisement. The feeling can be dreadful and quite boring when you find useless mail or worse, nothing. I also find myself writing before work as well. This takes me away from all the stress related to the coronavirus and other outside factors. When I write to someone I don't know from a different state or country, I have the opportunity to tell them about myself while learning about their culture and traditions. It's almost like traveling without having to leave your house. I've written to people from various places such as Germany, Ohio, Georgia, Texas, England, Northern Ireland, California, Canada, and many more. Some of these places are also places that I have visited or want to visit someday. I can honestly say that pen paling has helped broaden my horizon and open my eyes to writing without the computer to spell check. Every day I walk to the mailbox with anticipation, hoping that something special will be there for me. Finally, I have received my first set of letters. I feel important because other people have taken the time to write me a letter by hand, decorate the envelope, and mail it. However, I will say that they also give background information and explain more about themselves within the first letter. I continue to write letters. I will be sending out a total of 33 letters. I don't know if I will get a reply. I cannot predict the future, but I can surely enjoy the present. Life is beautiful in many different ways. All you need is the right pair of lenses, and suddenly the bad will fade away. I'm Raven Ferguson, and this is A Pulse.
Welcome back to The Pulse. I'm Ashley Mims, and for those of you who are just joining us, welcome. As we all have been challenged to get through this quarantine, Angelica Trejo shares her own experience.
COVID-19 has impacted millions of people all around the world, including myself. As there's many uncertainties of what's going to happen next, people are still trying to cope with this life-changing situation. Next, I'll be showing you what I've been doing and what my experience has been like throughout this quarantine. Let's take a look.
Being on quarantine was never in my plans and has forced me to change the way I live my life. I have been fortunate to remain healthy, be able to work, and spend time with my family. Since schools had to be closed, I have been helping my nephews as much as I can with their schoolwork and try to integrate them as much as I can with my own activities.
Push-ups for school. This is homeschooling now.
Okay. Okay, wait.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what's next? Sit-ups? Okay, go down. All the way down.
2, 3.
Every day, I try to organize myself so I can include homework time with them, but also have time for myself.
2, 3, 14, 15. I'm tired.
I have always enjoyed working out, and it's one of the things that have changed in my life significantly since this pandemic happened and the gyms had to be closed and many other things had to be closed. So I found ways to work out at home. And I've also found myself doing some live streaming sessions with trainers that have been doing free training sessions.
That's perfect. Yep. This is good right here. Come on, Kevin. Kevin, come.
I bought a bike for cycling, which I never thought that I enjoyed cycling until now.
30-minute pop ride from my house, baby. Yes, welcome to my house. I always F5. You are now 45 or heavier on that resistance. Cadence in the 70s. The beat is right around 70.
And although it's been a challenging transition, I've been taking advantage of this situation to learn new things every day, keep doing what I like to do with the people I love.
Reporting from home, this is Angelica Trejo for The Pulse.
Every spring, all throughout the country, graduations take place from kindergarten up through college. Unfortunately this year, due to the coronavirus pandemic, graduations have had to take on a new platform. But don't worry, class of 2020 graduates, you're still appreciated. In 2019, roughly 3.9 million students graduated with a college degree in the United States. Walking across the stage during graduation is one of the most liberating feelings a student can experience. In 2019, I was one of the lucky 3.9 million to live down that wonderful feeling. A year later, set to graduate from my master's program, I was ready to enjoy it once again. Although, like every other class of 2020 graduate, this experience was stripped from me.
Graduating from college is a big achievement under any circumstances. And so many of you overcame a lot to get here. You navigated challenging classes and challenges outside the classroom. Many of you had to stretch to afford tuition, and some of you are the first in your families to reach this milestone. So even if half this semester was spent at Zoom University, you've earned this moment. You should be very proud. These aren't normal times. You're being asked to find your way in a world in the middle of a devastating pandemic and a terrible recession. Now look, I know this isn't the commencement any of you really imagined. Nobody shines quite like a senior on the yard in springtime.
will be unlike any other. It is a time when
If the world's going to get better, it's going to be up to you. With everything suddenly feeling like it's up for grabs, this is your time to seize the initiative. Nobody can tell you anymore that you should be waiting your turn. Nobody can tell you anymore, this is how it's always been done. More than ever, this is your moment, your generation's world to shape. No generation has been better positioned to be warriors for justice and remake the world. You're the folks we've been waiting for to come along. That's the power you hold, the power to shine brightly for justice and for equality and for joy. You've earned your degree. It's now up to you to use it. So many of us believe in you. I'm so proud of you. And as you set out to change the world, we'll be the wind at your back. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Felicidades.
Congratulations.
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 Congratulations. Congratulations, class of 2020. God bless all of you.
To the class of 2020, congratulations. You made it. You overcame adversity, did what you needed to do, stayed the path, and crossed the finish line. Your legacy will never be forgotten. Class of 2020 graduate, Eddie Rivera, for The Post, Teaneck, New Jersey.
That's all the time we have this evening. We all here at The Post hope you and your families are remaining healthy and safe. And remember, we are all in this together. Please continue to protect yourself and others. And see you outside. See you next time. I'm Ashley Mims, reporting with The Post.